Yes! Alrighty! What's up, everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Wednesday evening video. And it's Wednesday evening / Wednesday night. You know what that means. We got AEW Dynamite coming up at the top of the hour from Detroit Rock City! Yeah, Detroit, Michigan, tonight. Host AEW Dynamite, I would say go-home show, but it's not even a go-home show, but just another edition of AEW Dynamite from Detroit. Should be a good show. Andrade, the new national champion, is going to be defending against Nick fucking Wayne and Jack Perry. Interesting. See what happens with that tonight. We're going to hear from Kenny Omega Bang tonight. Maybe some Will Ocean Spray too. We'll see what happens with that. What else do we have? The Bucks and Edge and Christian sit-down interview tonight. Should be interesting because they're going to be fighting at All In for the AEW Tag Team titles. Going to be epic tonight. So we'll see what happens on your 2+ hour Cure for Insomnia. That's AEW Dynamite. And tomorrow, we got Collision. I don't know if it's live, but I think we got Collision tomorrow. Obviously, because SummerSlam is on the weekend, so Tony Khan doesn't want to play around with that shit. So, most likely a taped Collision tomorrow. So, they'll be taping Collision probably after tonight, but we'll see what happens with that. So, Collision tomorrow night at 8 on TNT. And then right after that, live TNA Impact Wrestling. Can't wait for that. About time we get a goddamn live show from TNA. Been a while. So, see what happens with that tomorrow. But tonight, we'll see what happens with that. We move on. But amidst all that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a great Wednesday. Right here. Oh, by the way, I'm Peter Joseph, if you didn't know that by now. I forgot to even do my intro. But what's up, everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph, here for a Wednesday evening video. Right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and all my other channels. All the links are down below in the gobbledygook, otherwise known as my pants. So, do it now. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos from the past, now, and in the future, Conan. But these stupid comments, you get sent to the Shadow Realm, and Ozzy and Satan and all the minions will come out and kick your ass and then eat your soul. So, don't do it. Go somewhere else and do that shit. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. If you miss anything, you're SOL, and you know what that means by now. And if you don't know, look it up. That's pretty much it. Also, don't forget to share the video all over the internet if you haven't done it before. But that's pretty much it. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. You grabbed yourself a nice TC Cold one. Sunkist Orange. My last one, too. But it is what it is. Got to stock up on more. But grab yourself your own tasty cold one if you're going to be drinking whenever you watch this or whatever you're doing right now. But sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, too bad, go fuck yourself and get out of here. But you'll stay because you got no other thing to do. You got nothing to do. Just watch me because you love me. And I don't love you. You can kiss my ass. That's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Wednesday, like I said, I hope you had a great Wednesday. Finally stopped raining for a little bit today. Gonna rain a little bit overnight tonight. A little bit in the morning tomorrow. But shouldn't be a totally bad day tomorrow. And then Friday, gonna be better. Saturday, clouds up a little bit. Shouldn't mess up anything on the weekend for your weekend plans for the beginning of August. And SummerSlam weekend, so you can have your SummerSlam parties, even though they're going to be indoors. Unless you're going to have one outdoors, depending on where you are. Shouldn't be any problem there with Saturday. But Sunday, yeah, might want to bring it in on Sunday because it's going to be raining like cats and dogs again here in the Northeast. Pretty much all next week. And then next weekend, we're going to hit 90. And raining, so I might get some thunder boomers, I don't know. Maybe it cools down after next weekend, the first official weekend of August, as we start the dog days of August, and we'll see what happens with that. But it is what it is. I'm happy, but it is what it is. Alright, like I said, I hope you had a great day. I didn't have the greatest of days, because, work, whatever, stressed me out, but made the most of it. Getting ready for some wrestling tonight. Calm me down and take the load off, if you know what I mean. De-stress. That's what wrestling does. Well, most of the time, it de-stresses you. All the times you're like, well, you little, ow, hurt my neck doing that shit. Can't do that anymore because, I got neck problems. But, so, can't headbang as much as I used to. Can't, jerk my neck around. So, gotta get the kinks out a little bit. I'm old. What do you want me to do? But it is what it is. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, on the Peter Joseph channel, I'm Peter Joseph, if you didn't know that by now. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, or whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And you're going to enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, too bad. Get out. Go watch something else. That's all you gotta do, or just block me and move on. But some of you people have a hard time doing that. Need to grow up and get a life. That's pretty much it. Alright, right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late and really out-of-date AEW, before we get to Dynamite, AEW Redemption Review for this past Sunday night, July the 26th, 2026, and we are emanating from the Bell Center in that shithole of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Toronto and Ottawa, better cities in that godforsaken province of Quebec. But I digress on that. Anyway, I've been to both, Toronto and Ottawa. Great cities, bad hockey teams. But I digress on that. The only good city in Canada is Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Just saying. Because at least in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, you don't have wildfires that come down to New York every fucking summer. Control that shit. Stop smoking the weed in the forest, guys, please. But I digress. Moving on. Alright, so our commentary team, as always, on AEW pay-per-views, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, the biggest Met fan I know. He's really happy. Mets won today, 3-2 in the first of a doubleheader. Game 2 is starting right now. Yep, Mets trying to make some sort of dent in that wildcard race. As of right now, they are 10 games back of the Phillies and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Barring a collapse from both teams, and Mets have to jump over like 50 other teams, at least to make it some type of race, maybe getting into September. I mean, we'll see. But we'll see what happens tonight. Christian Scott on the mound tonight for the Mets. And then, big 4-game series against the Marlins starting tomorrow. Gotta beat them to catch up. So, not gonna be easy, because as always, the Florida Marlins or the New York Mets bitch. Pretty much the Mets or them, you know what I mean. But I digress on that. So, big 4-game series this weekend. Probably get 3 of the 4 out the way, depending on how it is Sunday. We'll see. But I digress on that. Alright, minus all that. By the way, Yankees, you guys suck. Bellinger out 4 to 6 weeks. Judgy Wudgy out for I don't know how long. Stanton probably out for the season again. That guy gets hurt every fucking year. 10-year contract and 10 years on the Yankees. He has got hurt every fucking season. What a waste that was. Oh yeah, a couple good seasons here and there, but when it counts, he's gone. Yeah, he had a decent playoff World Series last year, but what was it last year? The year before that, whatever it was. No, I think it was last year. I forget. Whatever. Came back and he did okay, but where was Judgy Wudgy? Both of them needed their steroids. Didn't work. Checked all you want. Don't work. Works during the season, and then the playoffs, down the drain. That's what it is, Yankee fans. Get used to it. Because you ain't going anywhere this season. I think the Dodgers have a good chance to three-peat. Good chance. What it is. LA is starting to become a super town. The Rams look like a super team. If Aaron Donald comes back, he looks like he's about to unretire to join the super team that the frickin' Rams have with Myles Garrett on that team, shit. The Niners can do all that they can with the pieces that they got. They might get Debo back, because Ricky, I hurt my knee too much, Pearsall, I should say. His knee's acting up again. He might get PCL surgery. He's out 9 months. Goodbye for the season. I say trade the guy. He's damaged goods. What a waste of a pick that was. I thought he was going to be the future for the Niners wide receiving core. Had a couple good games, and then he got shot, which sucked. And then he comes back, played pretty well, and then he gets hurt. And then last year he got hurt. It was out for most of the season. I'm like, Now we got a couple of pieces. Jawan Jennings, 3rd and 1. I think he gone and went bye-bye. I don't know what happened to him. Got the guy from the Falcons. I got Mike Evans. I think that's going to be our number 1 receiver unless we get Debo. But Kittle's maybe coming back for week 1. I still think he should come back for week 2. Or whenever he can come back. Hopefully for week 1, but I'd rather hold him out. Especially because it's in Australia week 1. I'd rather him come back in week 2, because I think that's the home opener. I gotta look at the schedule again, but I'd keep Kittle on the sideline for at least the first game or 2. Then let him come back, and then let him go run amok. Then Brock, hopefully he has a much better season than last year. And McCaffrey has another great, not another great lift like last year, but, can come back to be the CMC 23 that he was during the Super Bowl season. Then we got Dre Greenlaw back. Oh, love it. Fred's back from injury. Bosa, hopefully he can keep his legs and his knees intact. If all goes well, Niners can make a nice, good run for that division title, and maybe a good playoff run. Maybe get to the Super Bowl. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think the Niners can make the Super Bowl. If not, I think they get to the NFC title game, maybe lose to the Rams, but, we'll see. I'm being honest. I'm being an honest 49er fan here, guys. So, this is what it is. Alright, now, let's get to Redemption, because we got Dynamite coming out. I want to get this done. Alright, so Redemption wasn't great, wasn't bad. It's kind of mid for the first time, first year of Redemption. But, this was like a filler pay-per-view, basically, as we get to All In a couple weeks. And, a couple good matches. Jericho and Ciampa, Bloodbath City. The way it ended with the drill, shit. Both guys are not gonna look pretty tonight, if they're even there tonight, but got a couple new champs we'll talk about, and let's get into it. Alright, so we started with the kickoff show. The AEW Trios titles on the line. The conglomeration of, that gimmick stealer and bitch, Orange Cassidy. And also, Roddy Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. Other parts, they take on and defend against Lethal Twist, Black Machismo. Whoo, yeah, dig it. Jay Lethal, Blake Christian, and Lee Johnson. They do battle, The Demand, Ricochet, and the Gates of Agony, Bishop Quan! I know not Quan! And Total Leona at ringside on commentary. Decent match. But in the end, Roddy hit, Jay Lethal hit the Lethal Injection for a near fall. Almost won the titles there. Roddy somehow made the save. Then he hits Jay Lethal with the end. I'm not gonna sing, I'm sorry. The End of Heartache, great Killswitch Engage song. Just saying. Howard Jones version, not just the Jesse version from the original band. The Howard Jones era of Killswitch, epic. Jesse, the original lead singer, came back. Good albums after that. I think they just came out with a new one. Well, I don't know, but the last album was pretty good. If you haven't seen him on tour, go see him. Tell him I sent you. But that's all I gotta say about that. So Roddy has End of Heartache 1, 2, 3 to retain the Trios titles, and looks like they're in a showdown with the Demand for the AEW Trios titles, and we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, then we start the show properly. And we had, 10 matches on the main show. No wonder this ended like at almost before 12 midnight. 7 o'clock. Yeah, you scale back an hour, but still give us 4.5, 5, basically almost 5 hours of wrestling because it ended right before midnight. Come on, Tony Khan, stop the 4, 5, 6 hour pay-per-views. It is too much. I'm sorry. But you know, All In's gonna be like 8 hours. It's gonna start at 3 p.m. Eastern. And what time is it going to end? Probably at 8 o'clock. I think that's when the when Heat Wave is. And then I think after that is Triple Op pay-per-view, or it's, I don't know when the Triple Op show is, or at the same time. I don't know what. But we got Heat Wave pretty much the same day as All In. I don't know at the same time, but we'll check that later. Alright, so match number 1, ladder match for the number 1 contendership to the Intercontinental title. So we have Speedball, Mike Bailey, El Colon, Dark Hologram, Jungle Jack Perry, the Beast, Mortos. Yeah, he's still there, by the way. Even though pretty much LFI is gone. Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, gone. His contract ended. I think he might be going to WWE or NXT. I think they'll love to have him. Or maybe just goes to Mexico. I don't know what he's going to do. Besides his hot wife, Ty Conti. Ho-ho! Ty Mello, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know where Sammy's going to land. We'll see. So LFI is basically the Beast, Mortos, Jalisco, and Bruce. That's it. It was pretty much the original LFI anyway, before Sammy joined. So we got the Beast, Mortos, Commander, and Nick freaking Wayne. Well, sadly we don't see his mom anymore. I wonder why. Because, as we all know, Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. Yes, of course. She's a nice lady. She's got nice titties. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Sorry. Let me take a drink for that. Big ups to Nick Wayne's mom. She's a MILF. MILF! Moving on. I got a MILF. But I digress. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so this match was great. Lots of high-flying spots. Canadian Destroyer through the ladder. Oh. I thought Nick Wayne's neck was done. Because they hit it, and you see Nick Wayne like flinching a little bit. Like, ugh. And then the contract was basically touching his back. But Nick Wayne, by the way. And then Speedball hits the ultimate weapon to the Beast Mortis onto the bridge ladder, and then pulls down the contract. 20-minute match, so Speedball Mike Bailey will face either Kyle Fletcher or Bandido Ese. Pero we get that. We move on. Alright, good match. 3.5 out of 5 stars, and we're off and running on Redemption. Alright, match number 2. We got the Death Riders of the Continental Breakfast Champion of Champions, Jon Moxley, and his good buddy, Will Ospreay. Reach for the sky. Whoa! Bam! Alright, along with, I think Marina Shafir was Marina Shafir at ringside. They take on the Young Bucks. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. And, this was a pretty damn fun match. We're getting to the end. More bang for your buck is broken up. So they hit the BTE trigger to Mox. But Nick misses a charge into the ring post. Ow! And then Ospreay with the hidden blade on Nick. And Nick's all fucked up again. And then Ospreay wants Nick to, I think, tag out to Matt. I don't know why. Why don't you just go pin the guy? So Nick's like, oh! He's swinging away at Ospreay. Ospreay hits him in the stomach instead of the head. I don't know if it's a botch, but anyway. Nick's down. Matt comes in. The couple like, don't, leave him alone. Because I think, if you watch BTE this week, or earlier in the week, Nick said he had some neck problems. He didn't have a concussion. He got whiplash. And he's still kind of feeling the effects of that. But he got it in San Jose. I don't know how he... Go figure that one out, how he got it on Sunday night. But anyway. So, Ospreay's like, okay, I'm not gonna hit him. He's a good friend of mine. I'm not gonna hit him. And then Moxley says, stop being an asshole, tags himself in, stops Nick, who kicks out, and then Matt is pulled outside, so then he super kicks Marina Shafir, oops, by accident. Yeah, right, by accident, my ass. So he's like, I did it by accident. No, I don't care. Oh, you're gonna be talking to Rowdy later about that. Moxley gives Nick back-to-back Death Riders into the paradigm shift. No wonder your neck hurts, Nick. What neck? What do you mean your neck? Cliff, what do you mean your neck? Big ups to Cliff Burton, by the way. So then Mox grabs a chair. Ocean Spade's like, no, we're not doing that. We're not gonna break his neck even more. Matt super kicks the chair into Ocean Spade's face. And then Nick's okay. And they give Moxley another BTE trigger. And then he's like, come on, fuck you guys. And then 16,000 more super kicks. Super kick party! And then Nick pins Mox in under 20 minutes to get the win. And, like I said, later on in the show, they have a little stare down with Edge and Christian. And Edge and Christian give the Bucks a tag team title match in Wembley Stadium at All In. I think we might get new champs if Edge is sort of retiring in Toronto, where Wrestle Dream is in October. So we'll see. We'll see if they lose the titles in August or maybe at All Out. I don't know I guess they're doing All Out, which is gonna be September something. I think the end of September. I gotta look that up. But moving on. But good match there, 3 out of 5 stars, and 3.5 out of 5 stars. Another good match for the Bucks. Bucks never disappoint in any match they have. A few matches they've had really shit matches, but it's not their fault. Alright, match number 3 for the Intercontinental title. Bandito S.A., the still Ring of Honor champion. I don't know if he's defending it at Death Before Dishonor come August the 21st. Against who? I don't know. He takes on Kyle Fletcher, the Protostar! With Don Callis, as always, Penis Head. Pretty good match here. We get near the end. We get a downward spiral for another near fall by Fletcher. Pop-up downward spiral, that was nice. And then a super flipping World's Strongest Slam by Bandito. I thought that was it. Gets him a near fall 2.9999999999999 Batman 5. Fletcher has he put his wrist on the rope, and then Bandito hit the 21 plex for another 2.99995, and then a double down. Fletcher gets back up with a running knee and a brain buster, regular brain buster for a near fall. And he's like, can't believe I kicked out. Then he hit a El Generico type brain buster on the turnbuckle. That gets escaped. Thankfully, Bandito got out of that. He charges right into a Super Michinoku driver. Holy shit. But Bandito, how did he kick out of that? I don't know. And then Fletcher's like, what do I gotta do to beat this fuck? And then he hits another El Generico. Well, actually, finally hits the brainbuster on the turnbuckle like El Generico. 1, 2, 3, he retains the Intercontinental Championship, and he will be facing Speedball Mike Bailey for that title, I think, tonight. And we get that. Over 26 minutes, great match, 4 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, then, match number 4, we got a double chain match. Should have been a double dog collar match. Just me. We got the Bang Bang Gang of the Switchblade. Wait, what a Switchblade? Jay White and I believe it was Jay White and Juice Robinson taking on the War Dogs of Clark Connors and David Finlay, the worst fucking leader of the Bullet Club ever. So we got some redemption for Mr. Jay White here. So we get to the end. David Finlay gives Jay White a Dominator, and then Jay White lands on his head. Ow! I thought Jay White was legit out. And commentary's like, oh shit, he's dead. He landed right on his. I I thought he like broke his neck because he landed on like the dome of his head. I was like, damn. And he just came back and like he's gonna be out again. But Jay White seemed like he was okay. I mean, I don't know if he went to the back and was like, oh, my neck, But he came back with a suplex, then a double whipping to David Finlay, and a belt to ass on David Finlay. It's what you get for ruining the Bullet Club, bitch. Like that. Then the Death Riders come out. Why? I don't know. Takes out Jay White. So then the rest of the Bang Bang Gang, Ace Austin and Colton Gunn, they come out for the save. And then I think it was David Finlay with a shillelagh shot to the face of Juice Robinson. Knocked him the fuck out. Knocked him back to his name in NXT, which I don't even remember. Remember that match when Kevin Steen debuted? He fought Juice Robinson, and Juice Robinson broke Kevin Steen's nose, and Kevin Steen got mad and fucked him up. Should have hit the package power driver, but they said no, can't use that. Even though he used it against Cody, even though it was way after the match. I was like, damn, broke Cody's neck almost. I like hot dogs. Hot dogs? I like hot dogs, yeah. Right, Cody. You like wieners. Let me get that. Moving on. Alright, so the War Dogs get the win over the Bang Bang Gang. Decent match, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright, go to the back after that. Will Ocean Spray is worried about Nick Jackson, but then Mox comes in and yells at him for not pulling the trigger and not pinning him when Nick was down. So Mox like, this is wrestling, and tells Ocean Spray, you have one chance at the top, and you have to do it. And if you don't pull the trigger, I will. Some tension. We all knew that was coming. So I have a feeling that Ocean Spray may lose to Kenny at All In, thanks to the Death Riders. But then again, Ocean Spray can win it, and then at All Out or Wrestle Dream, he faces Mox when Mox and them turn on him, which is, we all know is going to happen anyway. So, we'll see. We have to sort that. Alright, after that, we get to the TBS title. We got Hikaru Shida takes on the number 1 contender, Maya World. Actually, she's a champion, in, I believe, I think she's a champion of some other fed. I forgot what it was. But anyway, and she's facing Athena at Death Before Dishonor for the final time for the Ring of Honor Forever title. And I think Maya will finally beat Athena and end her 1,300+ day reign of terror. It's getting close to 1,350, guys. Getting close. And I think it needs to end. Because I don't think Athena's gonna get to Hogan. I mean, even Hogan level 5 years. I don't think so. But you never know. We'll move on. Alright, this was a pretty good match, and lo and behold, Maya World is the new TBS champion. I didn't have that on my scorecard, but she wins with a tabletop suplex, 1, 2, 3, and with a little bridge too. Under 17 minutes, she wins the title, and I believe she's defending it tonight against, I forget who, but alright, so we have that, but decent match, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then the Demand, Ricochet and Company, they want the Trios titles, and that's going to happen on Dynamite tonight. I hope we don't get a title change, but knowing Ricochet and his group, they're going to cheat, probably to win. I hope not, but we'll see. Moving on. Alright, now we got the AEW Tag Team titles on the line. We got, hey kids, it's Edge with Threshold. And Christian! Everybody's favorite father figure, Christian. They take on the Death Riders of Claudio Castagnoli and the Bastard Pac. This was a pretty interesting match. Under 19 minutes. Getting to the end, a kill switch by Christian gives them their fall. Then Edge comes in, fires off shots to the head. Edge-O-Matic, we haven't seen that in a while, drops Pac, but then Claudio comes back in for a spiked neutralizer. Damn. I thought Edge's neck is done after that. Not his neck, but pretty much his whole body. Anyway. And then Pac hits a big Lariat, goes for a big Lariato, gets countered into a Grindhouse. That's his, the Chris Benoit crossface, what he calls it, the Grindhouse. Claudio had to make the save. And then they hit some running clotheslines in the corner by Claudio. But Christian cuts that off with a big-time spear. And then another spear, a pop-up spear to Pac. 1, 2, 3 to retain the AEW Tag Team titles. Not a great match. Still 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, the Bucks come out and we get the official announcement of the tag title match for All In. And we get a code of honor from everybody except Christian, who's like, I don't even care about these guys. So the Bucks will face Edge and Christian, the final team of the TLC era, because they faced the Dudleys. Yeah, they faced the Dudleys, remember that? I think we all do. Some of us do, some of us don't. They faced the Dudleys, they faced Edge and Christian, they faced the Hardys so many times. Epic matches there, epic matches with the Dudleys, with Team 3D, whatever you want to call them. Good shit. After that, speaking of good shit, Jericho Ciampa, no holds barred. We had the Psycho Killer against the Painmaker. Match was crazy, bloody, barbed wire bat, hockey pucks with thumbtacks on it, fire extinguisher shot, tables, barbed wire tables, hockey sticks. Pretty much almost everything that wasn't nailed down was used. It was crazy. Anyway, we get to the end. Jericho came back with a Death Valley driver after he got busted open even more. Ciampa was leaking like a faucet. A mirror was used. Of course, a mirror. Why not? Let's get some glass. Real glass, by the way. Cry me a river. So we get that. And, anyway, Jericho bridges Ciampa across 2 open chairs. Then gets reversed into a super air raid crash through the mirror. Ciampa gets a near fall out of that. Then he grabs the power drill, and Tony Baloney Schiavone, who's also on commentary, with Taz, says, "This may end a career," and then fans like, "This is murder! This is murder!" Yeah, sexual violence. We like violence. We don't condone it. We love it. So I'm going nuts. I'm like, yes! Yes, violence! Yes! If I was like, kill him! Who cares? Nobody's there. We're witnesses to nothing. Anyway. Alright, so the fans chant, "This is murder." Then Jericho, something he rarely does, the green mist, like he's Muda, cuts Ciampa off. Then he hits the Judas Effect elbow. Then he grabs a barbed wire mirror, why not? And that gets broken over Ciampa's back. I'm like, oh jeez, what's next? I mean, we don't have explosives. We don't have a pizza cutter. We don't have light tubes. I mean, Nick Gage ain't coming out. Nick fucking Gage, sorry. MDK all day. Nick fucking Gage. Anyway, so we're getting a Judas Effect with a tacked up elbow pad. I mean, there was a lot of tacks on that. Like, hit Ciampa in the head, bust him open even more. Then Jericho picks up the drill, is like, "Gonna kill you now!" And then he's like, and he goes right into Ciampa's head! I'm like, oh shit! And Ciampa's like, fuck! Taps out, and poor Aubrey, I was had to look at that. She's almost throwing up. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna. Like, everybody in a fucking arena, in a Bell Center, about to puke. Oh. But Jericho wins this freaking insane match in a little over 22 minutes. But fucking epic match. A lot of people said it sucked. I'm like, what were you watching? I liked it. I liked the violence. I'm old school. So, and old school is cool. So, alright, Jericho gets the win. See what happens tonight, if they can even make it to tonight. But I gave the match 4.25 out of 5 stars. I might be a little bit biased. I don't give a fuck. It's my show, not yours. Just remember that. Alright, remember that. We move on. Alright, then we have the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, Divine Dominion, Lena Cross, and the Megasis, Megan Bayne. They have Mick Foley sit down so they can interview him. And he's going blah, blah, blah. He's going crazy for them. Bow Wow, Bow Wow. Well, anyway, he thinks the Crush Girls, I guess they got a new name now, could give them who the Crush Girls? Who are they? I think he meant, the Brawling Birds, I think that's what he meant. Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor! Could give them a fight, but also thinks the Crush Girls and the Brawling Birds, I don't know who the Crush Girls are. Anyway, could be a threat to them. So then, the lady suggested he bow down. So Foley just barks. He's like, bow wow, bow wow, bow wow, bow wow. Yeah. And then, the segment sucked. It was just like Mick being an idiot. Mick, do you want your Doritos? I got some Doritos for you, Mick. Mick, Doritos! Mick, Doritos! Product placement. Mick, yeah, have your Doritos and go bark over there. Okay? They're very tasty, thank you! Okay, good. Have fun. Alright, so that segment was just weird. Why? I don't even know. Alright, after that, we have the AEW National title on the line. We have Mark Davis of the Don Callis family taking on our good friend of the channel, Andrade El Idolo. How you know? I know, but how you know? I know, but how you know? Shut up! I just know. Now leave me alone. Alright, decent match for 16 minutes. Getting to the end, running Meteor in the corner by Andrade, gives him a near fall, and then Davis comes right back with a quick power driver for a near fall. Andrade sends him into the ring post and hits the double moonsault for another near fall, and then Andrade just rips off his pants, goes up top, tries for the Eddie Guerrero frog splash, and well, Mark Davis got his knees up. Because it's not great as me when I hit it. See, I don't have to take off my pants. Because I'm a Guerrero. We don't take off our pants for anybody except for Angie. I didn't need to know that. But you take off your pants for China. Right? You got anything to say? No! Leave me alone! Okay. It's true. Alright, so Andrade takes over his pants, goes to the frog splash, and raise knees. They get back up. Andrade hits that spinning back fist of his. Then sets up the DM. 1, 2, 3. We have a new AEW National Champion in Andrade. He gets the win, gets the title, but now he has to face Jack Perry and, I believe, Nick fucking Wayne tonight in his first offense. Hopefully he doesn't lose it. That would be bad. I was like, what's the point? Oh, wait, what that? Alright, then we hear from Speedball Mike Bailey. He wants his Intercontinental title match with either Kyle Fletcher or at Grand Slam Mexico next Wednesday on the program, August the 5th in Elena, Mexico. So we got that. Okay, moving on. Alright, then we get to the AEW Women's Championship for the main event. We have the resident fun girl and the number one contender, Willow Nightingale. Bam! She takes on the AEW Women's Champion, the Spider Lady. 1/3 of the Triangle of Madness. That's Thekla, who does not have Julia Hart or Sky Blue with her because they're in Japan. They're in Stardom in Japan, wrestling for Stardom. Julia Hart got a win today, I believe. I saw it on her X page. Look at that. Willow had her ear taped up after Thekla hit her with a microphone last week. But this was a pretty good match. Willow was busted open from her ear, obviously. Thekla going after that injury. They go outside. And they go to the apron, excuse me. Willow gets dropped hard. Thekla hits a big flippy-dippity-doo to the floor. And then they go back in. Willow counters a spear into a sunset flip for a near fall. Thekla grabs a bridging roll-up, which got broken up as the referee, I think it was Aubrey Edwards, said no, because she caught Thekla grabbing a rope to try to cheat. Willow knocked her down, and then a moonsault by Willow missed. No one in the pool for you, Missy. She missed that. And then, actually, I think Declan charged with a moonsault, and then Willow grabbed a gut-wrench powerbomb. And then, oh yeah, Sky Blue was at this, I think Julia Hart was in Japan. Anyway, Sky Blue comes out, puts the foot on the rope, Declan hits the spear, but not enough, because Willow grabs the 1905 backslide with a little, twist. 1, 2, 3 of a new AEW Women's World Champion. Willow got it back in a little over 15 minutes, so Willow gets the win. 3 out of 5 stars for that. The Andrade match I gave 3 out of 5 stars as well. So Willow wins the title, and she will face the CEO, Mercedes Moné at All In. See what happens with Willow tonight. Willow is not defending tonight, so I think we're going to have a stare down tonight, as AEW is about to start, by the way. Look at that. Alright, then we get to the main event of Redemption. For the AEW World title, we got Kenny Omega Bang taking on the TNT champion Kevin Knight. For the title, and we got that. Alright, before we get to that, live from Detroit for the Masonic Temple in Detroit, little rinky-dink arena. It is sold out in that arena. They love me in Detroit. Even though they choked the game today with School on the mound. They were up 7-0, choked it. Kind of like the Phillies did today. Pieces of shit. Alright, so we have Taz, Excalibur, and my good buddy Tony Baloney kick us into gear, getting us ready. So, like I said, Andrade will take on Nick fucking Wayne and Jack Perry for the national title in a triple threat match. Should be interesting. Presented by Mortal Kombat 2, the movie. Should be great. Willow Nightingale's going to have her women's title celebration. I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes is there, or maybe Declan trying to get a rematch. Trios titles on the line. The conglomeration against the Demand. That's Ricochet's group. Probably get a title change. I hope not. What else we got? Maya World be taking on Persephone for the TBS title. Persephone's CMLL Women's World Championship not on the line. Should be an interesting match there. I think Maya will retain there. Jon Moxley will defend the Continental title tonight against Commander. So a lot of titles on the line tonight. Feels like Championship Wednesday and maybe going into Thursday, going into Collision tomorrow. Interesting. Alright, now we're getting a recap of Kenny retaining over. Well, I'll get to it now. Kevin Knight and Kenny Omega. Great match. Kenny gets the win with the the V-trigger into the one-winged angel. 25 minutes exactly to end the pay-per-view. Good match. It wasn't great, but still, this match should have been on Dynamite or Collision. 3 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, the Death Riders come in for a beatdown. They're showing it now. The Bucks and they cut off the Bucks before they can make the save. Ospreay comes in to stop a stomp attempt on the chair by Mox. Shoves Mox down. Kind of turns on Mox and company. And they start going at it after Mox pulled out a plastic bag, trying to choke, pretty much choke Ospreay out. And then he knocks Mox to the floor. The Death Riders go after him. Mox calls him off and says, "Hey, you guys can leave. I'm going to talk to Ospreay," who takes off his Death Rider's knee pad, throws it into the crowd, and then hands Kenny the belt. And I'm like, wait a minute. I think Ospreay's going to knock Kenny with the belt. So we get a code of honor. Then they pose. Then Kenny Omega with the Canis Act. He turns heel. What? I didn't have that on my scorecard. I guess now the Bucks are heels? How? I don't get it. So the Elite are back to being heels, because Kenny's now a heel. I guess now the Bucks are going to beat up Edge and Christian maybe tonight or whatever. I don't know. But anyway. So Kenny hits Ospreay with the belt. Then One Winged Angel. And then the Bucks basically like, hey, we're going to turn heel too. They pose with Kenny, so the Elite are back again. And then they leave, and that's it. And then we see Moxley and the group basically yelling at Ocean Spray. So we might be getting something with Mox and Kenny again. Remember how that ended? That's the most horrible match in AEW history, that FMW-like barbed wire explosion match, which failed miserably. Because Tony Khan couldn't call the guy from FMW, he couldn't call Onita. Ugh. Match wasn't that bad, but just the finish was just miserable. Where Kenny won, and then Eddie Kingston tried to save Mox from the ring blowing up, and we get sparklers, then the explosion. I don't think they're ever going to do that again. I hope not. And if they do, I hope they do it right, because now every time we get explosions, they're actually doing it right. Alright, Renee Paquette with Ocean Spray, who's in the, where is he? In the alley or something. Yeah, they're in an alley, and, she's trying to get an answer for why Ocean Spray saved Kenny and what happened. Now the Death Riders come out, minus, Claudio's not there. I don't know where Claudio is. So, Mox is talking to Ocean Spray now, and he is, well, Mox is mad. Well, he doesn't look mad. Damn, hidden play to Danny Garcia out of nowhere. Because Garcia tried to act a little something, boom, right in the face. Knocked him the fuck out. I think he's busted open too. Knocked him out. So then, Mox has to hold back Pac and the gang. How did William Utah's hair get back? Holy shit! It was like 3-4 months his hair grew back. I mean, my hair is thinning, I know, but back in the day, my hair grew like a chia pet. Now I gotta drink. I'm drinking protein water. I'm drinking. This is for hair growth, by the way. So I'm drinking that, even though I'm drinking Sunkist.
That's so. Well, looks like you got it all figured out now.
So Ocean Spray just said I'm out of the Death Riders. So now Moxley's what's going on now? Moxley's calling off the team. I don't know if they're gonna beat him up. They pick up pretty much an unconscious Danny Garcia who got knocked the fuck till next week. They let Ocean Spray go to the back, and then Renee goes, hey, it's a Hangman. Renee tries to get a word with Ocean Spray, and then the Hangman, Adam Page, about to do some gardening shit, because he doesn't, not cowboy shit anymore.
I just want to catch up, because I know what it feels like to be in your shoes right now.
Hangman comes in talking to Ocean Spray now.
And it feels like impossible to do it alone, and that is not how, half of this roster let me feel last year. It's not how you let me feel. So, I'm going to stick my nose in your business.
So see what happens with that.
You know that the World Championship is...
They're doing some alley in the back, not the parking lot, obviously.
If you need anything...
So Hangman's offering his services to Ocean Spray. He's like, hey, if you want me to, watch your back, you want me to help you out with, the Death Riders and the Elite, I'll help you out.
These guys breathing down my neck.
So...
I can't trust Kenny. So I can't trust you.
So, yeah. Ocean Spray's like, I can't trust Kenny and I can't trust you. Trust issues. So he's got to do it on his own. So Ocean Spray stops him. Hangman stops him.
I'll be honest with you, you are one of the best that I have ever been in the ring with. I mean it. And I know that at least for me...
And now he's praising him up the wazoo.
You believe it. I know that you're going to walk into Wembley, the bell is going to ring, and you are going to be the best that you have ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're going to die.
He's going to beat Kenny at All In, because it's in Wembley. It would make no sense for him to lose.
You got this. I mean it, you got it.
So, Hangman can't get another AEW title shot because of that stipulation with MJF. But can he find a loophole maybe? I don't know. All right, so that good start to Dynamite with pretty much Ocean Spray leaving the Death Riders, and then that's pretty much it. And you move on. All right, national title on the line. Jungle Jack Perry coming out. He's going to take it on Nick Wayne and Andrade, who's defending. So we'll see how that goes. And that's it. So we'll get to that. All right, so I'm going to get to watching. Let me just turn it off. I'm going to get copyright by Tony Khan. Or the music by Jungle Boy's music. I don't get copyright for that. But probably will anyway. Don't care. Alright, so we're gonna go watch the rest of Dynamite. After Dynamite, I'll be back with your actually, I'll do NXT, because we gotta talk about NXT from last night. That Grayson Waller pipe bomb. Woo! That was epic. And if I have some time, I'll do TNA Ring of Honor tonight. Tomorrow, late tomorrow night, we'll talk about Raw. And then we'll talk about tonight's Dynamite for tonight. And we'll see what happens to that. Friday afternoon, we will talk about TNA Ring of Honor. 2 Ring of Honors, because they taped on Tuesday again, another Tuesday show, so we got another Thursday show. So, TNA live tomorrow night, and we'll talk about it Friday, along with double your pleasure, double your fun of Ring of Honor television, and then get you ready for SmackDown, which we'll talk about early Saturday, and then do the predictions for night 1 and 2 of SummerSlam, and then we'll maybe do a night 1 review on Saturday night. After the pay-per-view, we'll try to talk about it late Saturday night or Sunday. Get you ready for Sunday's night 2. We'll see how it is. I might do a double review. I might just do a night 1 and 2 review. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But we'll get you ready for the start of August and all that shit. Who's this? Oh, it's Andrade with 2 hot chicks. Forgot. Damn. The one on the right. Good lord. I think I recognize that one on the left with the pinkish hair. Andrade, friend of the channel. How you know? How you know? I know. How do you get those chicks? I just know. Fuck! I just know. That belt looks great on him, by the way. And the chicks, too, but I mean... I think the one on the right is his new chick, I heard. I don't know, maybe. The ladies love him. How can you not like the Latin lover, Andrade? See what my gimmick a little bit? How you know? I don't know, I just know. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Redemption, I know is alright. Not great, but okay. I gave it 7.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of Redemption down below in the comment section. Electric Woody would say, let's talk about it. And that's that. Alright guys, I am out of here. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace, motherfuckers!